Well, hello, y'all. This is Amber Town Geehan, your terrific Tuesday Million Dollar Messenger, calling you from the greater Phoenix area. And last week we did a bit of a rewind, and I'm so grateful for Christy for being able to do that for me as I was on a trip with, there was 8 of us in a think tank group that have been together for quite some time, came together on technology, but very, very much God-aligned friendship. And it was a well-needed trip to Destin, Florida. And so some of you may have seen pictures of that, but I will tell you, one of the things I appreciate more about my girlfriends is iron sharpens iron. Absolutely. Iron sharpens iron. Not only does iron sharpen iron, we loved on each other, encouraged each other. We cried, we laughed, we cut hair, we did makeup, and we just were in each other's presence. Do not forsake the thought of safely getting together with friends that will bring you to a higher level during this time. So a couple of things I wanted to start with. There's 2. The quote on my National Sales Director rotating, I guess it's your flip calendar today, is so perfect. People will disappoint you, and numbers will never lie. People will disappoint you, and numbers will never lie. Today, during this season, it is such a different season, being that many people are in quarantine. Some people are on the edge of not being in quarantine, but still kind of are. We find ourselves in an interesting time of year. And, December always plays its own little roles anyways, but this one especially. And so I would really challenge you to do a few things this year and really look at, okay, how can I ramp up December to be the first part of my year instead of waiting till January? There's a lot you can do because a lot is left and put off for tomorrow, which should be done today. And so one of my goals is always to use, and is always to use, December as January. So look at how can I build connection? How can I build communication between myself, my team, my customers, my new prospects, my new bookings, everything. What can I shift or pivot to get the results I want? And we go back to Lisa Matson's quote, people will disappoint you and numbers will never lie. Have you maybe gotten out of the habit of doing your 10 phone calls a day? Or I personally have been working on getting 2 bookings a day, and it's not hard. Ladies, it's not hard, but it's a time of the season that some people maybe have not really engaged through the pandemic, or maybe it's December and you've disengaged. And I would encourage you to engage. The first thing that I would encourage you to do is share your vision for next fiscal year with your team. Have you shared your vision? What do you believe you guys should do? What should you be standing for? I believe taking a huge vision and projecting it before the time is for it to start. So it isn't all that overwhelming. So share your vision. The Bible says where there is no vision, the people will perish. So what are you doing? What are you going for? What can you get your team and or your customer base excited to wrap their brain around behind you? I remember one time I was young and my grandmother finished the National Sales Course for the first time. And I remember it was either National Sales Course or the Recruiting Course. She had done both around a similar time. And so many of her customers were calling, asking, did we finish? Did we finish the sales course? Ladies, share your vision. What is your vision? Have you decided what your vision is? Maybe it's today that you need to sit down and write your vision of what 2021 will look like for your Mary Kay business and share it. Share it. So, number 2, I would be calling. I know today I would say more meet with people, your top team members and top customers, but you can't really do that today. So I'd be Zooming with them. Can you Zoom with them? Get involved. Get them involved in this vision and personally sharing with them. But don't just settle for, this is interesting or a different season. Mary Kay has given you a phenomenal deal with Zoom. And I would absolutely say use it. You have Zoom, you can call through Duo, you can call through Facebook Messenger, but I would absolutely say when you need to talk to someone, you want to share a vision, you want to share the career, you want to connect, eyeball to eyeball, so that you can connect heart to heart. Number 3 is I would call key people in your team and really assign a part of your next year's goal to them. My national sales director, Emeriti, senior executive national sales director, Emeriti, her title's quite large. Emily McLaughlin was a master at this. She would call and say, Amber, I really think you could be a red jacket this month. What do you think about that? Josie, I really think you could be a team leader this month. What do you think about that? And she would ask questions, and she would dialogue, and she'd go through it. So help people commit to the goal, be a part of the goal by asking, telling them what you believe they could do this month, and asking, what do you think about that? And walking them through any negative thinking or possibly hiccups in their thought process of that or towards the goal. So the 4th thing I would look at is how can I start today and build a massive forward-moving action for the 26th through the 31st and January 1st. I would build a pipeline of bookings. So get people excited. If you are in maybe a little situation where you can't do many appointments right now, can you do them the 26th to the 31st? What's your goal to see in faces the 26th to the 31st? And can you start booking now? Build a huge pipeline for it. Have a goal. Share your goal and book the appointments. So build a pipeline of appointments. And 5th, my last one. Take this time when it maybe is a little bit quiet right now till Christmas, or maybe right then. I don't take after Christmas as quiet because it never is. It's where I'm ramping up everything. And do your inventory. Get organized, reorganize, and reflect. Reflect on 2020. I believe this was a year of favor. There are so many COVID blessings that I could go through over and over and over again. So don't reflect with, oh, look at all the things that were canceled. Can we change that? No. Reflect on what the blessings were and what happened and what you can do different moving forward. Reflect. I always say look back and say the questions I absolutely love is what did I do good in 2020? What could I have improved in 2020? So the first one is, what did I do good? Second question is, what could I improve? Third question is, where did I waste time? And 4th question is, what advice would I give myself to move forward with my goals? What advice would I give myself? So as you look back at 2020, I believe it is a great reflection. There's so many COVID blessings, but there's also some great tips to help us have our best 2021. So with that being said, I hope this was a blessing for you today. This is Amber Geehan, your Terrific Tuesday $1 Million Messenger, signing off. Have an amazing Tuesday.